Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Jewish morning meditation. I am David Eli Grenland. Previously, we were speaking about the idea of Hachnasat Orchim, welcoming people in. And as I continue to reflect and meditate on that idea, the concept really became one of what we bring into ourselves from outside. Right? As I go through the world, what are those things that I am welcoming into my life? Who are the guests that I'm welcoming into my own mind, my own heart, my own soul? What are the thoughts that I'm entertaining from the outside world? And now we're moving on to another concept, which is bikur cholim, which generally translates as visiting the sick. Right? Bikur, levaker, to visit, to meet. And cholim is somebody who is sick. But this actually has the opposite connotation of hachnasat orchim. Both are incredibly, incredibly lofty mitzvot. Again, these are mitzvot that engage us in this world so deeply, but also carry on. They have a far-reaching effect, far beyond my own experience and my own moment in time when it's happening. The idea of bikur cholim is one of where do I go? Who do I visit? How do I spend my time outside of myself? Right? And that's not just about going places. That's not just about who do I meet and visit along the way. But that's really what kind of person am I presenting to the world? When I go to work every day, when I come home after work every day, who is the person who is visiting all those people around me? And so I'm just having a thought right now. The idea cholim can also come from the idea of chal or even chol, which is sand. And chal is just to exist. What exists? And I think that's really an idea that how do we present ourselves within existence? That for me to be mevaker cholim has nothing to do with whether another person is actually sick or not. It doesn't have to be going to the hospital. Yeah, that's great to visit somebody in the hospital when they're sick, to visit somebody at home who's homebound. It's unbelievably high and lofty. But if I can present myself to the world and know that in every interaction, in every situation, I'm visiting somebody and I'm presenting myself to them, I have to ask myself, who is the person who I'm presenting? I remember many, many years ago in a previous life, as it were, I worked at a casino, and I was a croupier. I stood behind the card tables, different life. And I remember I was always dealing cards, and I was always smiling. I was always happy to be there. And somebody once commented to me, he says, "Why are you smiling so much when we're losing our shirts?" And I looked at him and I said, "Listen, it bothers me so much inside that you're having such a hard time. But I need to present myself in the happiest way. That's part of my job, but not just that. That's who I want to be. I want to be this happy person in the world." And I think that's such an important kind of lesson, that the person we want to be in the world is the person we should present to the world. When we are mevaker cholim, when we are visiting the sick, who are we presenting? How are we presenting ourselves? Are we being empathetic to those around us? Are we recognizing other people's challenges and struggles? Are we closed off in our own world? Are we really visiting people, or are we just presenting ourselves and imposing ourselves on them? And that's a very different dynamic. And I think that's something that we really should try to take to heart and to mind when it says being mevaker cholim, this idea that's going to have a profound effect on ourselves and beyond ourselves. Who am I presenting to the world? What is the world outside of me going to recognize when they see me? And I shouldn't be changing myself necessarily, putting on a show, an image for the world. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the idea really is we all have the potential to really be engaged in a happy, a joyous, an empathetic, a compassionate way in the world. We also have a way to be much more egocentric and self-centered about it. And sometimes it's hard to find the balance, because there are times that I need to focus on myself. And the real question here is, how do I go into the world and be mivaker cholim? How do I go into the world really beyond myself to connect with that other person, where they are and how they are, and to really try to bring the world around me up, and to try to make everybody around me feel a little bit better, that they should all also feel healed. And truly, when we heal others, we become healed ourselves. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us. I look forward to seeing you next time. Shalom.